It's a familiar experience. You open a short video app for what feels like a minute. You watch one clip, then another, and when you finally look at the clock, far more time has passed than you expected. In laboratory settings, researchers studying time estimation have found that short, dynamic video content can subtly distort how long something feels. Even when the objective duration is fixed, subjective time can stretch or compress depending on how attention and emotion are engaged. This episode explores how short-form video reshapes the brain's perception of time, and why just a minute can become much longer without feeling that way. Later in this video, we'll look at what experiments reveal about emotional intensity, motion, and cognitive load, and how they interact with the brain's internal timing systems. The phenomenon is time distortion during short video consumption. Unlike long films or books, short-form video platforms deliver rapid, emotionally engaging clips in quick succession. Each segment is brief, self-contained, and highly stimulating. Researchers are interested in this because time perception is not a simple clock inside the brain. It is a constructed experience shaped by attention, emotional arousal, novelty, and cognitive processing. When these factors change, our sense of duration changes with them. Short video environments combine rapid visual change, unpredictable reward, and constant novelty, conditions known to influence internal timing mechanisms. The question researchers ask is not whether time passes faster, but how the brain measures time under these conditions. For decades, psychological models of time perception have proposed the existence of an internal clock system. According to these models, the brain accumulates pulses over time. The more pulses registered, the longer a duration feels. But these pulses are not counted mechanically. They are influenced by attention and emotional arousal. When attention is focused on time itself, durations often feel longer. When attention is absorbed in dynamic tasks, time tracking becomes fragmented. When emotional arousal increases, internal timing mechanisms can accelerate or decelerate. Before the rise of short-form video platforms, most research examined time perception using isolated stimuli, static images, simple tasks, or single video clips. The digital environment introduced something new: rapid sequences of emotionally engaging micro-events delivered continuously. Researchers began investigating whether these environments alter subjective time differently from reading or other low-motion tasks. In one experimental study conducted in 2025, participants were asked to watch short videos for a fixed duration of approximately 5 minutes and 20 seconds. In other conditions, participants performed alternative tasks such as reading. Afterward, they estimated how much time had passed. The researchers compared estimated time to actual time and also measured participants' habitual short video use. In a separate experimental line of research, scientists presented participants with brief video clips of varying emotional intensity and motion complexity, some calm, others highly dynamic. Participants were asked to estimate the duration of these clips, typically lasting 4 or 8 seconds. These experiments allowed researchers to examine how motion, emotion, and attention interact to shape subjective time. In the short video experiment, participants' estimated to actual time ratio was significantly greater than 1 during the short video condition. In other words, the subjective experience of duration did not perfectly align with clock time. Across tasks, average estimations were relatively close to objective duration, but variability between individuals was large. Those with heavier weekly short video use showed patterns suggesting altered sensitivity to duration during the experimental tasks. In the emotional video experiments, results showed that dynamic and emotionally arousing clips changed subjective time perception. Short clips tended to feel longer under high emotional arousal. Longer clips sometimes felt shorter. High motion complexity, frequent visual changes, disrupted stable time estimation. Researchers interpret these findings through internal clock models. Emotional arousal and attentional capture alter the rate or stability of internal timing signals. In short-form video environments, each clip introduces novelty, emotional stimulation, and motion. Attention repeatedly resets. Instead of one continuous time interval, the experience becomes a sequence of short episodes. The brain encodes each clip as its own discrete event. Accumulated duration may not feel cumulative. This segmentation may help explain how repeated one more clip decisions occur without the passage of time feeling linear. These studies have important limitations. Sample sizes are modest, and laboratory conditions cannot replicate real-world scrolling for extended periods. Time perception is influenced by many factors beyond screens, including mood, engagement, and individual differences in attentional style. The research does not prove that short video platforms directly cause long-term distortions of time perception. It does not establish causality between habitual use and permanent neural change. There is also debate about whether time distortion arises primarily from emotional arousal, cognitive load, attentional fragmentation, or reward expectation. What these studies demonstrate is more specific. Dynamic, emotionally engaging, rapidly changing stimuli alter how the brain encodes duration in the moment. How this scales to hours of use remains an active area of research. When short moments are repeatedly segmented and emotionally charged, does time begin to feel like a collection of fragments rather than a continuous flow? If you're interested in what science shows about human life, you can subscribe. In the next episode of Screens and the Human Mind, we'll look at what researchers have observed about evening screen exposure and how light, timing, and nighttime device use interact with the brain's natural rhythms.